Hey everybody, my name is Danielle and this is Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. So welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to chat about Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas new original movie, Lights, Camera, Christmas. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts about the movie, keep listening. All right, Lights, Camera, Christmas. It premiered on Saturday, November 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Hallmark Channel, and it stars Kimberley Sustad and John Brotherton. And the synopsis is as follows. When a holiday rom-com movie shooting in her town needs a costume designer, Carrie, a local shop owner, steps into the role. While working on the movie, she rediscovers her passion for costume design and finds herself falling for Brad, the film's famous leading man. So here we have a movie. It's shooting in a small local town. Carrie is the local boutique owner. Not only does she own the boutique, but she has a talent as a fashion designer. The movie is underway. And at the last minute, they need a costume designer on that set. The lead guy, Brad, in that movie, he's a big deal in Hollywood. He's well known as the king of Christmas movies. Carrie's mom is one of Brad's biggest fans, and she's just so excited that the movie shoot is occurring in their town. We see Carrie rediscover her love of fashion design, which I think she always had. But we watch as she takes a chance to pursue her dream, and it's impacted by Brad's decision in pursuing more acting roles. And this is what becomes the conflict in the movie. In the end, they have to decide if they can have a relationship and their careers. Okay, I love this movie. I loved everything about it. Let's start with the opening credits, where they had like the font, the text were like lights, like Broadway lights. I just love that. That was pretty cute. I love Kimberley Sustad and John Brotherton. I love them together in this movie. I thought it worked well. They had great chemistry. I believed them in their roles, and it was just such a good fit. The Caleb and Jill comedy hour. Poor Jamie, the production assistant. She was the referee between the two of them. But I like the levity in the movie in terms of the comedy in the movie. In terms of the Caleb and Jill characters. The supporting cast was great too. I love this movie. It was light. It was fun. It was funny. One funny moment is when Carrie and Brad were talking outside the trailer and she turned and walked right into the tree. That was a little funny. It was just so embarrassing. But it was funny. I liked the banter between the two leads. I liked how he tried to get Carrie to like him, right? And then the wink in all of his movies. That was like weird, right? It was just funny. She's like, does he wink like that in every movie? And I liked how they added it at the end, by the way. I'll talk about that later on. In the very beginning of the movie, I have to admit, like, I paused because when I started to see like the daughter and the mom were talking and the daughter was having financial issues with her store and then the mom offered to help her out, it was bringing me back to the movie the night before. And I was like, oh, I said, oh no. But as soon as John Brotherton entered the scene, it all changed. This movie was really charming and the storyline was believable. I liked the romance between Brad and Carrie. It moved slowly and there was buildup, but the timing was great, I thought, especially at the end. The movie set had Christmas decor and the movie was about Christmas or Mr. Christmas. So that was nice and that added to the story, right? And the feels of Christmas. It was really relatable when Carrie was upset by Brad's decision and how selfish she thought he was. That was a great scene. I felt that emotion. I really loved the performances. I thought they had great timing, especially the Caleb and Jill couple. They were funny to me. Um, in fact, I like the characters, all the characters in this movie. Caleb and Jill definitely were funny, and they were a bit quirky. Carrie was very likable, and Brad, he had a lot of personality. A lot of personality that resonated in the film. I really like John Brotherton in this film. The only moment of cringe was related to the storyline, and it was based on Brad's character or the characters. And that's when Brad decided not to take the role right after he invited Carrie to go with him to London. And then she turned down that job she was pursuing. I just felt like, oh man. You know, I thought this story was written well. I liked the way they told the story. You know, they were all on the stage, and then they the audience were asking questions on the cast, or to the cast, or of the cast, I should say. And then when they were answering, they would just go back to what was happening in the film. I just liked the way they narrated the story. I thought that was pretty clever. The story was written well. It stayed on message. I followed along fine. I was anticipating what would happen next. I was engaged the entire time. And can we talk about the ending? It wrapped up beautifully, and it gave me the feels. I smiled, I laughed, I got a little emotional. It was great. I think I got everything I wanted out of this movie. I was not disappointed. That ending was everything. And then the cute wink that she gave at the end. I loved it. I love this movie. This was a great Christmas movie with a great romance, and I loved it all. I loved everything about it. I recommend this movie. It's a great watch. It's worth seeing. And I can see this is easily one of my favorite, or going on my list as one of my favorite Hallmark movies. I really like this one. Well done, Hallmark cast and crew. Great job. Lights, camera, Christmas. Have you seen the movie? What did you think? You have to let me know your thoughts in a comment below. And that's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe, all of which will help my channel grow. So thank you in advance. My name is Danielle. You're listening to Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.